Hey, what's up, Patriots? It's May 5th, 2024. We're on day, 1215 of hanging out and doing nothing while our country goes down the tubes. And we're going to talk about some Freedom Corner, J6, Oathbreaker stuff today. So we'll just wait till a couple people get into the chat here. I'm going to go over my notes, have a smoke. It's been a while, Patriots, been a while. Had to get back to work, man. Oh well. All right, we got some good network here. Got a new spot. And it's looking like we're going to get away with it here. Got the beautiful Lancaster County farmland out here. Hey, Carol Burton, hello. Gene Shannon, hey. How you doing? It's been a while, A lot going on in the world, though, that's for sure. I got some memes and stuff. We'll share that. We'll wait till a couple people get in the chat here. Wait till the trolls settle in. We'll get them swatted and get them out of the way. Oh my goodness. Gene, was that you on Sean's live stream today? Oh my goodness. That was a troll fest. Hey, Crying in the Dark, what's up, man? Worried about me? Oh, don't worry about me. I'll be just fine, but thanks for worrying. That must mean you like me, you love me, we care about each other. I worry about you guys too. This country's in a quagmire, man. I mean, what else can we say? It's right around the corner, too. I mean, this is going to be a couple of crazy months. Hi, Elaine Miller. Hello, MGB. Hello there. Wow. So good to see you all. Yeah, Gene, I was lurking on that, just watching what they were saying, and I swatted every single one of them at the end, man. I booted them from the channel. They're going to have to get their new, I don't know how they set up so many fake accounts. And I swear, Gene, one of them is like 2 or 3 of them. They're talking to each other in there, or talking to themselves, man. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. What's up, small water guy? Oh, the mullet's still kicking, man. Party in the back. So yeah, Gene, at the end of that, I just swatted every single one of them. I don't know what Sean wants to do about it, but I guess I'll talk to him later. We'll see. But yeah, what a pathetic existence. It's crazy, man. Hey, Jerry, how are you? Jerry, flag waving Jerry. All right, man. That was an awesome scene you guys had going yesterday out there in Ohio. Way to go, Jerry. You put that all together. That was beautiful, man. All right, visiting your mother. Good. You need a day off, Jerry. You've been working double time on the live streaming lately. You've earned it. You were in there too, Carol, early. I didn't get in. I was doing other things. I see Sean called. Then all of a sudden, I was like, oh, get on. See what's going on there. And he was streaming that motorcycle rally out in Illinois. And that was pretty cool, you know. I mean, he's streaming the motorcycle scene there. But my goodness, what is up with the trolls? It's crazy, man. It's just ridiculous, man. How you doing, Jared Allen? Good to have you here, sir. Nice to see you. Let's see here. I want to try. I almost forget. You know, it's been a week. It's been 1 week since I've live streamed, and I forget stuff already. Let me just see if I can quick load up a couple memes here. We'll start with this one. Okay, drag it down. I can't wait till I can forget all about this phone. January 6th was a set-up. Destroyed the J6 committee. Destroyed exculpatory evidence. Okay, that was our Congress people that did this, man. All right, there's another flag wave down in Tulsa, MGB. Awesome. June 22nd. We'll be looking forward to that, MGB. Awesome. Crying in the dark. I did not hear about 2 PA farmers that were arrested and been in jail for 30 days. And still don't know what the charges are. No, I have not heard about that. Crying in the dark. Sharinova! Basement Trolls Rehab open. Yup. Yeah, the flag waving thing is happening. The convoy thing is happening. That's our American culture now. They erased our culture, Patriots, okay? Apple pie and baseball used to be it until the baseball league, National Baseball League, started endorsing the LGBTQIA plus scene. I mean, I just can't. That's not America anymore. Not America, man. That's crazy. Well, I'll have to get up on that Crying in the Dark and see what's going on with the farmers. All right, there's a link. Carol Burton, United Freedom Festival, Ohio.com. I guess one good thing about the phone is we got this whole network of stuff. We don't got to rely on the TV anymore. It is so nice not watching TV. But Patriots, we're in a pickle here in this country. No doubt about it, man. This January 6th committee destroyed exculpatory evidence, inserted fictitious audio into J6 videos, avoided key witnesses like the chief of police, Stephen Sund, removed Republicans from the committee, televised hearings on prime time to influence the public, hired a producer, read everything off of a teleprompter. This is our government. They are paid actors at this point. And they are compromised actors at this point. And so is the D.C. courts. Frank Quistino is right. There are no oaths on record for these people. And the oaths that are on record aren't signed or they've been modified. And I'm noticing that all the charges are United States versus somebody, their name. It's not the United States of America versus. So what do we got going on in our government? Something is amok. Yeah, the new American culture was pot and crack whores, right? And before that, it was crack cocaine and discos. And I mean, we've allowed them to dictate what American culture is, Smalley. And we gotten to the point where it is totally erased. American culture is Cinco de Mayo on today. It's been erased. You have to celebrate your culture. There is no more American culture, and we have to reinvent it, people. We are reinventing it right now with these live streams, with Freedom Corner, with convoys, with flag waves. We gotta do this, Patriots. It's not Donald Trump's gonna come in and save the day here. This is up to us. And I know you guys are all plugged in, but we gotta get the rest of the country in, and they haven't had enough yet. So it is obviously gonna get worse and worse and worse. In the meantime, just more and more crazy stuff going on. And then we got this going on. The problem isn't who spends 4 to 8 years in the White House. The problem is who spends 30 to 40 years in Congress. Why don't we have term limits? We've been talking about term limits for 50 years. Why don't we have it yet? It's obvious. It's a uniparty. They just keep talking and talking about it. We think, okay, they're just about to do something about it, and then they never do. Yeah, right, it is. The Select Committee is the new soap opera digest. Stars of Communism, you bet. It's up to us, we the people, to get it out of there. And we don't want a civil war either. We don't want to have violence. but they got their own police forces. They got their own militaries. An oath is a contract, and if you break a contract, you're eliminated from the repercussions of the contract. So if you break your oath, you are removed from office. So on January 6th, when most of the House of Representatives voted to certify a fraudulent election and not protect us from a domestic enemy in this country, they should have been removed from office, and they still should be removed from office to this day. 1,215 days later, they still need to be removed from office. But they got their own standing army. It's called the Capitol Hill Police Force. That's right, MGB. Trump can't come in and do this himself. No doubt about it, man. Oh, you got pistachio trees? Right on, Nova. That's awesome. Yeah, everything's blooming right now. It's absolutely gorgeous around here. It is so green around here. Corruption runs so deep in D.C. that Dems and Republicans will not prosecute any politicians for fear their own crimes will be revealed. That's absolutely right. Now, how many of our representatives are telling us about this right now? One comes to mind, Marjorie Taylor Greene. Think what you might about her, but she is the only representative that I hear harping on the fact that our representatives are compromised. Uh-oh. What did I do? Oh, there we go. Hello, Belinda Eckhart. Hi, Gator Girl. It's good to see you, Gator Girl. All right, you got some irons in the fire. Whoa, we can't wait to see what's coming up with that then. Let me get this centered. All right. Hey, there's Ridgeline. All right, Ridgeline. Way to go in Ohio, Ridgeline. Good to see you out there, Patriot. That's right. MGB's got the scoop here. Term limit vote needs to be given to the people. Congress will never vote to give themselves term limits. Absolutely. That's why it hasn't been done yet. So how do we insert ourselves into the government like this? It's like not a part of being a republic. We elect our leaders to vote for us once they go to D.C. So we got to kind of invent something new here. There needs to be some type of a citizens group that is allowed to look at all the secret stuff. I agree. There needs to be some secrets every once in a while. That's the argument I always get into with people when they when you start talking about there's too many secrets. Who's on the Epstein client list? Why is that secret? Am I voting for a pedophile? We don't have to have so many secrets here. It's crazy to have so many secrets. Hey, what's up, Cleo? It's nice to see you too. So there is the Convention of the States approach. We can do that. And I know a bunch of you, I know LA4 has been working on that down in Florida. I've considered that. We discussed that at length at the People's Convoy. It just seems like that would be impossible to get the required amount of states to come together and agree on something, but maybe the time will come when the states are ready to come together. That is one approach that we can do to require some type of a civilian accountability from our government. Yeah, we should have input, MGB. I like the way you're thinking. I've been, thinking about what Ronald Reagan said and how our freedom is one generation away from getting erased. And I think Ronald Reagan was naive, because we are one presidency away from having our freedoms erased. And that has just been proven to us, because poof, just like that, everything was fucked up. Sorry about the language. All right, let me go grab some more pictures here. I got one I want to show, Ridgeline. Let's get that one in there. Here you are, Ridgeline. What a great shot. This is what an American patriot looks like, people. This is on Jerry Robertson's channel. Thanks for live streaming that, Jerry. That was wonderful watching you out there on the bridge with all them patriots out there. This is our American culture right here. God bless you, Ridgeline. God bless you, Jerry Robertson. States do have the power. I know that Pennsylvania is a runaway state, though. They have rigged the elections. How do we go in and demand one-day voting, paper ballots, voter ID, and no machines? We have given them that message over and over and over again, and they refuse to do it. In fact, our PA government just came back and said, okay, we fixed it. They passed Act 77. And basically what it did was it instituted mail-in voting. And how could they get it so wrong? How could they get it so wrong? Hey, Jay Jones, it's going to take some type of a massive uprising with we the people in order to make this happen. Okay, let's get a couple more in here. I just love these television set memes. TV rots your brain. It is worse than cocaine. It is worse than alcohol. So now PA can count mail-ins 1 week ahead, crime, but do you see the problem that creates? That creates the ability to predict what the mail-in voting is, so that, remember when they stopped counting in the 2020 election and then it took 5 days? That was so that they could move in fake ballots, okay? Now they're going to be able to have the fake ballots there by election day. Mail-in voting is corruptible, and every politician has basically come on board and said that at one time or another, man. Okay, so 3%, Smalley, out of 350 million people is 10 million people. 10 million people. And now we got 25 million illegals in this country in the last 12 years. 9 million were here for Obama, and Biden's let in another 16. Yes, the overseas vote by mail. Yes, it's always been that way. Username 24. We're not talking about our military voting system here. That's right, crying. Jesse Morgan hauled a truckload of ballots down from New York in October, and it sat in the Lancaster post office. That's right. And that brave man came forward and told us about it. And then the U.S. Postal Service and the district attorney and everybody else, man, went against that guy. Some 27-year-old truck driver who just came forward and said, hey, this seems a little odd. And they came down and ruined that man's life, made his life hell. I mean, there's got to be some type of repercussion, some way to protect these whistleblowers. Look at the whistleblowers that came forward from the FBI recently in the last 8 months ago or whatever. That's right, absentee ballots and mail-in ballots. There's a big difference there, man. Hello, Patriot Roy D. Good to see you, man. ACP, hello. It's good to see Freedom Corner still on the roll down there in D.C. A lot of action's been happening in D.C. with the J6ers. We'll get to that here shortly. They will try to destroy your life with lies because they are terrified you will destroy theirs with the truth. That's the story of Jesse Morgan in a nutshell right there. All right, Belinda Ecker, 2 states have changed to paper and pencil now. Awesome. That's a good start. Yeah, another whistleblower all of a suddenly died, coming out and naming Boeing. Okay, what's becoming more and more clear is corporate America is behind a lot of this stuff. So if you're still giving money to corporate America, we got to reconsider where our money goes. Our money, where we spend our money, is maybe even more potent than our votes. I haven't flown since 9/11, MGB. I will not take my shoes off. I will not get groped by a transgender TSA agent. I will not walk in and get x-rayed. Absolutely not. And it's a pain in the butt. I can't fly anymore. I will not go get the special ID that you need now. I'm not doing it, man. So I'm not giving any money to the airlines. Okay, here's something. I don't know if you all are clued in about it, but when the human race learns to read the language of symbolism, a great veil will fall from the eyes of men. It's everywhere. It's been there from the get-go. And a lot more will be revealed. A lot more will be revealed. We are seeing the tip of the iceberg, Patriots, and it's going to shock you to your core when you see what's going on. This is a good versus evil battle that's been going on since the Garden of Eden. Symbolism is everywhere. This is my favorite one right here, man. Did you guys hear about the frat boys at UNC saving the flag, saving the American flag? Those Hamas holes up at North Carolina took the American flag down and put up a Palestinian flag on a flagpole. And a bunch of frat boys went in there and took it down and put the Stars and Stripes back up, man. These guys are heroes. And I thought this meme says it all. This is where we are right now. These are Americans, man. These are not brainwashed youth. These boys grew up in a screwy world and still got their brains intact. I love them boys too, Ridgeline. UPenn says it's been escalating its protest. All right, I've just been made aware of how much money UPenn gets from the federal government. I'm also aware of how much money the UPenn gets from the Chinese government. That's where all Biden documents have been stored. So how much money is flowing in? These universities are money laundering schemes also. Probably even worse than Ukraine. When you add up all the universities that are getting federal aid, it's in the billions. On top of state aid, on top of foreign country aid, with the Islamic groups that are giving money to them, with the Chinese government giving money to them. ACB, there's no time left to play games with these radicals. Well, they're playing games. Our police force is playing games with them now. When is the police force going to realize that they've been strung out and the game's rigged against them? When are they going to figure it out? They got rid of all the smart guys with the COVID who wouldn't take the jab, wouldn't wear a mask. Look at the Capitol Police. There's videos of them on J6 saying how they were set up. The Capitol Police were set up. The minions in the Capitol Police were set up. MGB, I think we're going to have to let this play out. I don't understand why Republicans are going and trying to talk to these Hamas holes. This is what's going to, I believe, have to play out. You and I realize what's going on in this country right now, but the police force doesn't realize it because the police union still wants Biden. Qatar giving money to our universities. So we got money laundering schemes going on. We are getting fleeced. Americans are getting fleeced by their own government, a domestic enemy. Any oath keeper that wants to ignore that fact and keep this thing going on is an enemy of the people and needs to be removed. And let's not forget about what they did with COVID. All parasites fear ivermectin. We got a drug that was invented in the 50s that would have cured COVID. I got another meme with a graph on it that shows that the flu killed hardly anybody during the COVID fear. The COVID was the flu, and they withheld the cure from the American people right in our faces. I mean, this evil came to everybody, every American's front door. It came to the front door of the world, and hopefully it's going to wake up the world at the same time we wake up. Cleo says some parents are demanding their money back they paid for their kids going to university and can't go to class. There's a start. Defund the universities. Okay, ACB, are we seeing I mean, man, this whole Israel-Gaza thing is a powder keg that's going to split right-wing America right down the middle. But we got to open our eyes and get ready for what we're all going to find out here. Right, Carol Burton, my brother-in-law, is a doctor and said he didn't diagnose anyone with the flu during COVID. Yeah, right. Hey, Lou Maldonado, hello, bud. Good to have you here, sir. Do you guys understand that Israel doesn't kick Palestinians out of their country? 20% of the population of Israel is still Palestinians. All right, Tammy Green, large donors for the universities are pulling their funds. All right, well, this has got to play out then. Support anybody who's doing that. Our money is a power that is valid at all times. We don't got to wait for election day to make our money wield power. And it's okay to understand that that you've been hoodwinked, okay? We've all been hoodwinked. Hey, Jamie, hello. Jamie Crow out there waving a flag every day this week. Patriot. All right, Chris Cuomo has said something. He's having troubles with the vax side effects. It's going to be heart-wrenching, Patriots. It came to my family. I lost a sister. Jamie's at Freedom Corner. All right. Oh, at the corner. Okay, now I get it. All right, Jamie. Jamie's at Freedom Corner. Help support Jamie Crow. She is putting out content, spreading the word. Has a chat channel out there. We're using her time, her money, her sacrifice. Help support Jamie Crow if you can, Patriots. I'm kicking back, going to a weekly basis here. So, oh wait. Let me show you this graph. Here's that graph I was just talking about from the World Health Organization itself, okay? I don't know if you can all read that. It's kind of small. 2016 to 17, 29 million flu cases, 45 million the next year, 36 million the next year, 38 million 2019 to 20. 2021, 0.0015 million cases of flu and 32 million cases of COVID. So when you really look at the numbers here, 32 million, it was a low flu season, actually. Hey, thanks, Carol. Let me put that up there, man. Here's Jamie Crow's channel. If you haven't subscribed to Jamie already, help her out, get her some subs, and then drop in on her tonight. Hang out in her chat, leave a comment, help her channel out. All these things help YouTubers out. When you leave comments on their channels, when you hit the like button, when you sub to them, that gives the YouTubers a boost. Hi, Donna Ray. Good to see you. So right here, from the World Health Organization itself, you can actually see the numbers of what happened during COVID. This evil came to everyone's front door. I thought you licked the lick button, Smalley. And then this is what happens. Oh, wait a second. The lie you participate in today becomes the future you live in tomorrow. Has this not just been proven true to us all since 2020? How many lies has America participated in since on 2020? The COVID lie and the election lie. Yeah, Smalley, I never wanted to use your phone because I thought you actually licked it. Yeah, who knows, ACB? What diseases are they coming in? They're not even testing these people coming across the border. The invasion happening at the southern border. And they're gonna try it again. They're already trying it now with the bird flu. They got bird flu now that says it went into a cow, and then the rancher got it, so now bird flu can get to people. Don't let them do this to us again. Maybe that's why you don't get sick. Hi, Egg on 4443. Good to see you, Patriot. And while we're at it, here's what else they're doing to us. In 1773, a 2% tax led to the Boston Tea Party. And down here we got America's reaction to a 40% income tax today. That's just income tax. That doesn't include state sales tax. It doesn't include real estate tax. It doesn't include mandatory insurance tax. Yeah, bird flu's nothing new, Carrie. I bet ivermectin whoops its ass too. I bet my immune system can handle it. I bet I can get it and have a resistance to it. You know, I mean, God has delivered us an immune system, and if we fuel it properly, it will overcome. Yeah, these kids are tuned out, walking around with the phone there, but them kids have saved the flag at UNC. There's hope. There is hope. Okay, and this is how they did it. This is what we're finding out. The existence of a secret society is not a big secret, and neither are their plans. It's all written and documented. The World Economic Forum has written books. Klaus Schwab has written books. Their plan is right there laid out. Alex Jones reads the books, tells us about it, and everyone calls him a liar. Oh, yeah, Donna Ray, the MAGA Warriors, YouTube got some awesome content. Yes, they do. And that guy riding a bike is called Patriot Pete. They put out a short just about Patriot Pete, man. Yeah, they're doing a great job. That's out in Western PA. If you guys are out there, I'm sure they would love to have you. They're doing a flag wave every weekend. Oh, right on, Belinda. Outlived cancer 2 times. That's right, Belinda. I mean, that's the way we gotta look. The only cure your insurance company will allow you to take is the one from the American Medical Association. And that's where I think people just go to die, man. If the American Medical Association is your salvation, I think, you get what you get. We are pushing back with everything we got, Lou. I love you guys. There are cures out there. We just got to get smart, man. In the Bible, in the scriptures, it says, my people die from lack of knowledge. Literally. We die from lack of knowledge. Nobody taught us all the plants in school. Why? Because that was our cures. That's our cures grow in our backyards, and we throw weed killer on them. We're shopping at the corporate stores, and we're eating poison. Skull and Bones, it's one of them, Cleo, right? And you got the Bohemian Grove, and you got the Masons, and you got the Jacobees or whatever, the girl one, the girl Masons. Oh, Annette Park, I miss you too. All right, Jay Jones took a foraging class yesterday. Awesome. Bartered with some blueberries, mulberries. They grow all over the place. Once you know where they look, now you know where to go get food, right, Jay? I'm learning my plants too. And it takes a while trying to do it yourself with books. But I just learned another plant this week. I dug it up. It looked cool. It looked like it might be edible. I planted it in my yard. I watched it bloom. Now I can identify it. And now I know the next year when that plant starts coming up before the flowers come, I can eat the sprouts off of the, man, I forget what it's called now. Willow herb. It's an eastern variety of fireweed that grows out in the western United States all over the place. Fireweed is, if you can identify it before it gets the flowers on it, you can eat the stems just like asparagus. I don't think I posted a Manly P. Hall quote there, bud. That's right, man. I've been eating dandelion buds this year, soaking them in rosemary and olive oil, and it's just a great little munchie. And then this was the school I grew up in. We had a rifle team. We had a shooting range right under the auditorium. Nobody got shot back then. We had kids coming to school with a rifle in the back window of the pickup truck. When did all these school shootings happen? Seems to have happened when all the mind-altering psychological drugs started being popular for parents that couldn't handle their children. All right. I won't read this out loud because of the language. But man, is that funny or what, man? Been telling you about government snooping since 1997. Since Clinton. Yeah, Kerry. Took his rifle to school on deer season. Scientology, that's another thing. They control their people. The Mormon religion, the same thing, man. They're the only ones in their system going to heaven, right? That's a scam, Patriots. Christians, that's a scam. Baptists think they're the only ones going. Lutherans think they're the only ones going to heaven. They're all fighting against each other. We're all on the same team. We're disciples of Jesus. All right, Ridgeline, get organized. Awesome, Belinda. And your son learned marksmanship and hunter safety and how to tear down and take care of a gun so it doesn't blow up in your face the next time you use it. That's what we're going to homeschool. Amen, small water guy. I'm going wherever Jesus tells me to. Yeah, so something happened, right, Carrie? It changed after Kent State. I think our National Guard learned a lesson at Kent State, though, that I hope they still remember. Because I think National Guard is one of the things we got in our pockets right now. And maybe this is a good idea. All voting should be held at gas stations. You want the Biden gas or do you want the Trump gas? That would make it easy, wouldn't it? We got to rethink our elections, Patriots. We got to rethink our civilian overview of the government. We need accountability. So we are at a turning point. Our country is coming to a big bend in the road up ahead, man. And we got to be ready. We got to be ready. We saw that one already. All right. I think I got through them all here. Trust in Jesus. That's right, Ridgeline. And that's why we're not scared. Yeah, BB gun at 6. You know, my BB gun rifle is just still my favorite gun. I just love plinking targets with that thing. It's awesome. Take it out on a windy day, you see how it's different. Donna Ray says Trump filed a lawsuit in Nevada not to count ballots after election. Yeah, the 410, nice little pop gun, huh? They're fun. They were fun. All right, what's going on now? There we go. No, Bonnie, I haven't heard of Jack Dibbs. Have you guys heard of Chuck Missler? Chuck Missler is somebody that we've been, I've studied with quite a bit. He has an organization. He's not alive anymore, but he has an organization called Koinonia House. A lot of biblical truth there, man. The guy gets into the nitty gritty of the scriptures, understands it, can speak Hebrew, can speak Greek. I mean, you got to get down to the nuts and bolts of the scriptures to really know what it's saying, so that you can't be talked into stuff by people that want to have a big church, basically. Yeah, we all had to learn how to shoot. You learn all kinds of stuff other than shooting. When you take up the art of the practice of learning how to shoot, you learn how to tell distances by eyesight. You learn about wind speed. You learn about land and terrain. A lot of stuff, man. No, I didn't see the kids walking on top of the soldiers. No, I haven't seen that. Haven't seen that. All right, so let's get into some J6er stuff here, man. We had a bunch of Patriots that were moved out of Freedom Corner in the last week. I'm just summing up the week here. We've had a bunch more Patriots that have been arrested, a bunch more that have been sentenced. One guy now has been sentenced that didn't even walk into the Capitol now. So they're still going after him, gangbusters, okay? And they are not arresting people who are doing the exact same stuff that the instigators at J6 were doing at the Capitol on these college campuses, okay? They're getting into shoving matches and throwing things at police. They're breaking windows out. They're entering and taking over buildings. nothing's happening to them. They're getting arrested and released. It's a big revolving door there, and nothing permanent is going to happen. They're not going to hound these people for 3.5 years and give them 15-year prison sentences. So we're seeing the two-tier system of justice exposed again, right in front of our faces, right in front of America. So the sleepy Americans, they probably get tired of watching it. They stop watching it. They detach. It's a paradigm buster, okay? And that's what they want. They want you just to say, yeah, I'll watch the ball game, right? And that's how they get 97% of the people out of the way, okay? So this is where the 3% comes in, with that small water guy's talking about. Oh, man, that's horrible. That is horrible, standing on top of the military. Yeah, and that's what they do. They demoralize us. They want you to disengage. They don't want you to feel like you can't do anything, right? It's not good. And they're hounding the J6ers, man. And then you got that gal from California in the election board. She's getting arrested down there. All right, I saw a really cool show on Diamond and Silk. All right, it was on RSBN. I can't find it again, but it was in my emails, where she was talking with Suzanne Monk. All right, I don't know if you guys know Suzanne Monk. Hey, Angelina, how you doing? Angelina knows Suzanne Monk, I'm sure. Suzanne has been at the corner many times, okay? And Suzanne Monk is engaged to the J6 issue, and she was on January 7th. Suzanne Monk was in on it. And she is working on a new project now called the J6 Pardon Project. It's new. It's something she's come out with. She came up with a thing about a year ago where she wrote up a document with a couple other people, and it was a document that you would get somebody who's running for office to sign to like a contract that would say how they're going to approach the January 6th issue if they were to get elected, which was an excellent document to bring forward, okay? So now she's working on something called the J6pardonproject.com is the address of it. And it is a conglomeration of the information with the J6ers that have been sentenced, and when Trump does get into office, it will be presented to Trump as somewhat of a directory on some of the bad actors that were at J6 that have also gotten arrested, like Jaden X, and who's that kid that busted the window out that Ashley climbed? That kid. I mean, those people shouldn't get pardons. They were the ones doing violence and trying to institute more violent behavior out of the people that were protesting the government that day. So I don't know if you guys can go there and check this out and try to see if there's anything you can do to help Suzanne Monk with this. It's called the J6 Pardon Project. And she described it in detail on the Diamond and Silk show, which was on RSBN sometime this week. Then I forget which one died. One of the Diamond or Silk died, and the other one is still doing a show. And it's still really good. She had Barbara Turbon on, who is Dominic Pizzola's mother. And she had her on the show on the phone line. And it turns out that Dominic had some type of a gastrointestinal problem when he was arrested, okay, that has received zero medical attention since he's been arrested and incarcerated. So he has been in jail now for 3 years and 3 months, and he has been sentenced to 120 months. So he's got a 10-year sentence, and that this medical gastrointestinal problem that he has now turned into cancer. And he's not receiving the proper medical attention that he needs. Dominic is in Butner, North Carolina Medium Federal Correctional Institute right now. If you want to write him a letter or something and see if there's anything we can do to help him out. Possibility of phone calls to the Butner facility to, allow these guys to get medical attention. This is what every human being has a right to get medical attention, whether you're in prison or not. Okay, these prisons are money-making, profitable institutions for the investors, right? So would not the investors of a prison be negligent if they're not giving medical services to the people that need them, like Dominic Pizzola? All right, now we got another J6er, Reed Christensen, is not doing well, man. Today is a national day of prayer for Reed Christensen. Fast and prayer. It's too late to fast at this time for the whole day, but I've been sending up prayers for just struggling to put into words what's going on with Reed Christensen, man. This man is not a violent person. He's in his 70s. And he's apparently had a couple of strokes now while he's been in prison. He is in bad shape right now. He needs a lot of medical attention right now. Reed Christensen is a patriot. He is called FreedomCorner many times. He's the guy that wrote the book Save the Kid. He's also one of the J6ers that said, I don't need any help. I don't need anybody to put any money on a J6 Give Send Go account for me, because he knew he was going to get arrested and changed his finances. They sold his ranch. He had a ranch. And Reed is just a great American patriot, and now he's in the grips of this system, and he's going to die in there if nothing happens. And they have what we're going to pray about is they're filing a compassionate release document to see if they can get Reed out of prison in order to save his life and get some real medical attention here. Wow, Tammy Green, you found the link. I don't know how you found that, because I couldn't even find the article again. Okay, so this is the Dominic Pizzola stuff, and the Suzanne Monk stuff is on that link right there. Thank you so much, Tammy. Awesomeness. All right, and Carol Burton's with the... Thanks, you mods. You guys are coming through for me here. Thank you. Carol Burton's got that link to the guy who got arrested. Didn't even go into the Capitol. Just breached the perimeter, which was non-existent when he got there, by the way. And then later in this show that Tammy Green's got posted, Frank Quistino got on and was talking about this oath thing that we'll get into here shortly. But please, Patriots, pray for Reed Christensen, man. The guy's an amazing American, raised an amazing family, stood up for us on January 6th when he saw all the evidence that we all saw about a rigged election, went all the way to the Capitol. He was out west somewhere. He came a long way to go to the Capitol there. His wife is now without her husband. It's just a bad scene. So we're praying for compassion out of a compassionate judge somewhere. Hopefully this compassionate release form will land on the right judge's desk, and they will allow him to get out of prison early so that he can get some type of medical attention that he desperately needs to save his life. There is also other elderly people in prison. Howard Richardson is another one who saw election fraud at his polling station on November 3rd and reported it. And then he went to D.C. a couple of months later on January 6th, and he got arrested, got caught up in the action, and he's in prison for 4 years. I believe that Reed Christensen has a 4-year sentence also. So he's got a couple years to go. And if he doesn't get out, we're fearing that his life is in danger right now. So pray for some rationality to strike these judges. Pray for rationality of the keepers in the DOJ. And hopefully they'll be so scared of a lawsuit. Not hopefully it doesn't come to this, but they'll be so scared of a lawsuit if Reed dies, that they'll let him go. Pray to God that they let Reed out of that prison. Okay. All right, and then on that Diamond and Silk show, Frank Guastino got on. Guastino, I forget how, but he is not in prison right now. So he was able to do a live, Zoom call broadcast with her. And he's the guy that looked up all the information that he could find about oaths of the judges that are involved with the J6 trials that are going on in D.C. And I believe Freedom Express Media did an in-depth interview with him. I might be getting this wrong, because John Brew also was one of these guys that was all into the oath thing. But Frank Guastino looked up all the oaths, and he found some of them. Okay, some of them were altered. So there is somewhere in the government, there is a dictate that says what the oath that a federal judge must take. And the oaths that these judges took, it has to be a verbal and a signed oath. And he can't find evidence of the verbal one, but he is finding some evidence of altered oaths. And in some cases, these altered paper oaths are not signed. And he said that even Matthew Graves, who is the lead prosecutor on all J6 cases so far, has no oath signed on record. So that makes this man an actor. That makes this man invalid, and these judges invalid. And these are just nothing but paid actors. So how is this happening, Patriots? How is this all going on? Okay, Frank Guastino was released on January 15th. Okay, I don't remember how he said. He did talk about it in the broadcast there, man. Even Judge Boasberg, the head chief judge of D.C., James Michael Boasberg, does not have a signed oath on record. So how is this happening, Pete? How is this happening? Our federal government is in charge of all federal courts, okay? So that means your congressmen at home, your senators, your House of representatives are overseers of these federal courts. And they are allowing judges that have invalid oaths or no oaths at all to be sending people to prison. And then on top of that, the DOJ comes in, or the DOJ guy doesn't have a signed oath, Matthew Graves, and then the Bureau of Prisons comes in and imprisons these people. So what's going on? This is crazy. You're right, Angelie. It's freaking crazy. What is going on? An oath is a contract that you take. It is the only thing that we the people have over the people that we elect. If you elect somebody who goes, I'm not going to take an oath, he doesn't get the seat that you're elected to. And then if they break that contract, they're taken out of the seat you just elected them to. So how is this happening, people? It's time for the 3% to stand up and say, get that guy out of office. We want answers. We want real judges. We want real courts. We want real prosecutors. This is outrageous. But there it is. It's black and white. They don't have oaths on record. They didn't sign their oath. They changed the oath. They changed the wording. They changed the letters in the oath. It doesn't match the required oath. So why isn't our federal government standing up for this? Maybe they're all corrupted, like Aunt Marjorie Taylor Greene is saying. It's outrageous, people. All right, so Frank Guastino, his social media, he is on X. I don't get on X, but his X account where he talks all about this stuff is on X, Frank Rocco G. Frank, capital ROCCOG is his X account, and he's got all that information out on there. Frank also mentioned that he is in Florida, and he sent all this information to Ron DeSantis and got no action out of Ron DeSantis about all this stuff too. So Ron DeSantis is a governor though, so I don't really see what leverage Ron DeSantis has on this. This is a federal issue. And I know that our states can force federal issues, because the states, like we were talking earlier, the states have a lot of power there. Amy Vandersteed told how, but I don't quite understand, and we need some big help. We do need help, because I don't understand it either. But this is outrageous. All I know is an oath is a contract. You take an oath and you break it, you're out of there. If you're offered a position and you won't take the oath, you're out of there. You don't get the position. So this is what's going on. We're finding it. We're exposing the evil. This was all hidden before J6, okay? Here it is. It's out in the open. What do we do with it? God gives you the truth to see what you're going to do with it. So we got to do something with it now, or we will forever have to hold our peace, all right? Or we'll just have to bow down to this whatever kind of power just took over our government. So there's a bunch of information for you. The J6 Pardon Project, Frank Westino and the Oath Breakers. All this, and there's more and more. There's tons of information coming out right now on the J6 issues. It's pretty much everywhere right now, which, God, hallelujah, it's out there. There's other people reporting on it now. We got CanCon and interviewing the J6s. We got Gateway Pundit. We got information coming out of the woodwork on J6, and it's hopefully the people will wake up at some point or another, man. All right, so county commissioners, we can get in on that. Basically, it comes down to you got to get involved. We got to take time out of our schedule and get involved with this, man. And calling your county commissioners. Our county commissioners here are under attack by the garbage newspaper here because of that whole drag queen story hour thing. They're trying to blame the whole thing on these two county commissioners. It's crazy. It's crazy. So call your county commissioner if you got a good one and tell them thanks for standing up for us. And just let the garbage newspaper go under, because they are going under. I don't know how they're staying afloat. They're probably getting government money somehow, because they did go out of business. They donated the company to the NPR, the National Public Radio System, and so it's getting supported somehow other than making money. They don't make money anymore, so it's only a matter of time till that newspaper is out, man. Okay, DeSantis signed a law that bans fake meat. That's a good thing. It's very confusing to me, Carrie. Very, very confusing. And I don't know what the answer is. I don't know what the answer is, but at least we're talking about it, right? Now it's out in the open. Yeah, the Dems are supporting Mike Johnson. What's up with Johnson? I mean, something's going on, man. Johnson went into the skiff and came out scared. So it's crazy what's going on there. Okay, and then there's, oh yeah, that was Ryan Nichols is another J6er. He was sentenced to 63 months in prison, given a $200,000 fine. I think that's the one that we put the link up there moments ago on. He's a Marine, okay? He went to the Capitol because he saw the fraud election that just happened. He ended up pepper spraying a cop, got 63 months, man. 5 years in prison for spraying a cop back at sprayed him. So there you go. There's another system of justice there, man. So this other thing with the government is about to sign over our sovereignty to the WHO. I'm hearing information now that the in order to be a member of the WHO, our government sends representatives to the WHO to negotiate on America's behalf in that organization. But according to the rules that we put on it, these people who we send over there, our delegates to the WHO, are supposed to be confirmed by the Senate. And what I'm hearing now is that none of the representatives that we've sent there have been confirmed by the Senate. So I don't know if any Democrat senator would care about that or not, but technically they're sidestepping the rules again. It's like they make rules and then we go, okay, that should work. We made rules about it. And then they sidestep the rules and they send whoever they want over to negotiate any terms they want with no accountability, man. What? Yeah, they're keeping us blinded. On everything, basically, Kerry. Everything. They don't let us know anything. Yet we are supposed to vote in good representatives with no information? How does that work? It doesn't. I just saw a really weird thing where Mark Hamill from Star Wars, the actor from Star Wars, was giving the White House press briefing with the Brillo pad chick. And what is going on there? They're making a mockery of this. And he appeared drunk. So what's going on, Patriots? This is turning into a bad joke. Representatives to the WHO aren't certified. We got actors, literal actors, stepping up in the positions of our government right now while they're drinking. Where's that Epstein client list? Where's the DC brothel list? Am I voting for a pedophile? I don't know, man. Okay, and then what this whole illegal invasion going on down at the southern border, what we're being told is that they're all taking their names down, they're giving them a phone, and then they're giving them a court date to show up so that they can plead their case for asylum at a court. Well, where are all these courts, okay? Obama had 9 million of them, all right, at that point. So that was what, 11 years ago, eight years ago. Where are these courts, okay? There should be 9 million people running through a court system somewhere. I haven't heard anything about it. I haven't heard anybody reporting on it, whether it's CNN or Fox News or Don Bongino or, Charlie Kirk or even the right-winger guys. Where are these courts going on? So we're being lied to on that too. Somewhere we're supposed to have 25 million court cases soon to be processed. So that should mean they should be setting up like a whole city the size of Chicago with nothing but courtrooms soon, right? How are they going to process 25 million illegal asylum seekers in a court? Where's all this happening? It's not happening. They're lying to our face about this, and they're just going to sign these people up with police jobs, with army jobs, military jobs, and let them vote, man. I mean, we can't let this continue to happen. We can't let it continue to happen. And we got Texas, looks like they're fighting against the federal government, but in the meantime, it's been going on for another 2 years down there, okay? Since Texas started standing up. So Texas didn't stop it. In fact, it facilitated it. Or it all just moves over to Arizona or New Mexico or California. It's not a good scene. There's a big bend in the road coming up for America. And America hasn't had enough to wake up yet. So we just got to kind of kick back and sit back and wait. We don't want violence. I don't want violence. I don't want a civil war. I don't think we need a civil war. And as long as you just keep your feet dry, you can probably stay out of the trouble that's coming, man. They're going to tell you to put a mask on and take another shot. You don't have to. You're going to be pretty good. They're not going to really be able to throw you in jail. The J6ers, they're sitting in prison, though, waiting for this all to happen. So just try to keep your feet dry and don't get swamp on you and stay out of the way while the rest of America wakes up, I guess. So yeah, an oath is a contract, okay? And you know who took an oath? You know who took the ultimate oath, man? God himself with Abraham, okay? In the scriptures, there's an oath in there. And God didn't swear by anything other than himself, because he is the Almighty God. He is the one true God. He didn't need anybody to declare his oath to. He declared his oath by his name, by his own power, to himself. And he is God, an oath keeper. God keeps his oath. Hallelujah. And that's in that song every night. He's a promise keeper. At Freedom Corner, we hear that song. It's called a covenant in the Bible, okay? They gave it a big word so that you can't really understand what it is. But basically, God made a promise that he will take Abraham and make his people, the descendants of the world, his children, as numerous as the stars in the sky, as numerous as the grains of sand on the beach. And we got to rely on that. We know that God will keep his promise. We know that we are part of that promise, and that his promise set forth a plan, and that plan was to send his son to die on the cross on this earth for the atonement for the sins of mankind. Every single man and woman on this planet, their sins are atoned for if they believe that sacrifice was made for them. It's as simple as that. You believe that, and God will direct your path, okay? You can sit back, you can't, and what my church told me when I was a kid, they said, well, you say the sinner's prayer, and then you're saved. That's it. That's all there is to it. You say the sinner's prayer, you are saved, you're gold for the rest of your life. You know, you can't go bad after that. That was a lie, okay? Once you pick up the scriptures and you read it yourself, that's a lie. You're not just saved if you say this one little prayer when you're 8 years old, okay? It's not true. So once you do declare that you believe in the one true God, and you believe that he sent his son here to atone for the sins of mankind, that is the first step that you're taking on a path towards wisdom and knowledge. And it is up to you then to take the next step and the next step and begin that journey to get to know the God that saved you, to get to know the one true God that made all these animals and all these plants for us to enjoy, that gave us this beautiful earth, that makes the sun come up and the moon come up, makes the seasons come after another. Mankind doesn't stop any of that from happening. Mankind cannot make climate change. God declares. He controls the heavens. He controls the earth. He controls the weather. He's got a name for every one of the stars up in the sky. God controls it all. It's a mighty, pompous human being that thinks that we can destroy the planet with climate change because we run gasoline-powered cars. It's absurd if you know what the scriptures say about God, man. So praise God, he's an oath keeper, and that is the God that I believe in, and that is God I will declare on, and that is the truth I will stand and die on. And that was an example of what oaths are. So if you take an oath and you break it, you're out of there. So why are all these representatives in D.C. still sitting in their seats of responsibility there? They got to go. They got to go. And we're not done until they're out of there. So I think there's a bend in the road, Patriots. It's coming up. What is our ideology? What is our culture? What is our country? Is that Constitution valid? It was good enough for 248 years. I think it's still good as long as we get back to it. Who are we going to live with? Who are the people we're going to conspire with to keep this country going? Is it the LGBTQIA plus crew? Is it the illegal invaders coming across this country? I think we got to get our act together. We got to start thinking of what we're doing. We got to stop dividing ourselves up with stupid little things. And we got to take back our national sovereignty. Are we going to be a sovereign country, or are we going to be part of a new world order? I don't know why we allowed George Bush Sr. to even say that. That should have lit everyone's hair on fire back then. when he said, we're a new world order and we will succeed. Yeah, right. Social cohesion is important, okay? Like you can agree that we can have a free country, but you don't got to say, all right, well, and then everybody's got to integrate, okay? You just because you don't want to live with certain other people that believe in freedom doesn't mean you're a racist either. You're allowed to have your own cultures, your own neighborhoods, your own beliefs, your own systems of employment, your own systems of education. You're allowed to be different, but we're all the same in this country. We're Americans. We are a free country, a sovereign country. But in between all of us in this country, we have to come together as a team and agree to set our differences aside to defeat our common enemy, which is communism, which is globalism, which is degeneracy, and we gotta all agree to come together on this, Patriots. So wow, that's like all I gotta say today, man. I built that all built up for a week. Yeah, when God was taken out of the schools, that was a downfall, that's for sure, man. Everybody's got a part in this, you know. Look at Jerry Robertson and look at Gator Go. Just take off with those YouTube channels, all right? That's obviously their skill, right? When we were in the convoy and stuff, we had this gal named Carolyn, you know, and she was different, but man, she was good on the legal paper stuff. She knew how to write a letter. Suzanne Monk, look at the skills she's got, you know. Mickey Widoff, look at the skills of leadership that Mickey and Nicole and Tammy are showing. It takes us all, you know. Everybody can't be a chief. Everybody can't be a lawyer. Everybody can't be and everybody can't be a white collar worker. There's people that like being, blue collar workers. There are people that like digging holes in the dirt, and there's nothing wrong with that. We need people. We need people to do labor and stuff. But right now, all those people are going to get replaced by these illegals coming across the country. Those jobs are going to evaporate by a group of people that don't understand what the Constitution is, what national sovereignty is, what freedom is. And this is the dilemma we're in, man. We don't got all the solutions on this broadcast, but we're talking about it. We're coming together. And we're having these dialogues on my channel, on Jerry's channel, on Trooper's channel, on FreedomCorner, on at the flag waves. We're coming together and we're having this discussion, America, and it needs to happen, and it needs to happen pretty quickly now, because Donald Trump is not going to get elected in another rigged election and come in and save the day. This is on our shoulders, Patriots, our shoulders, and we gotta realize that. And get tough and do something about it, man. So, all right, Patriots, it's time for me to get some food in my belly. Check out FreedomCorner tonight. I think Trooper's on already, warming the corner up for the Patriots down there. We'll see if Sapphire Patriot got back from her flag wave with Jerry and Ridgeline. That was a good time, man. You guys uplifted us all with that flag wave out there. And stop in and see Jamie Crow tonight on the corner, man. She drove all the way down there. She's got a live stream. She's getting things going with her channel, too. Spread the love, Patriots. Like, share, subscribe. Donate if you can. And stay in the battle. We have an awesome God. We have an oath keeper as a God. This is Jericho. Over and out.